Hey guys, this is Zlewikk and welcome back to our Brandenburg into Prussia campaign. Where you can see in the first episode we did conquer a lot, which allowed us to get 500 development, number 5 great powers place, and most importantly what we did in the first episode was dismantling the HRE. What we also did was picking espionage ideas for the AE impact and admin ideas for co-creation cost. Our general strategy right now is to avoid collision in Central Europe and aligning everyone strong around Central Europe. So you see, you have alliance with Burgundy, waiting for the inheritance, England, Denmark, Austria and Venice. So this way, there's pretty much no chance for a big coalition. Sponsor of this video and the whole channel is eneba.com. That is a digital marketplace with various games, DLCs, gift cards, game points, prepaid money, subscriptions, anything that you're looking for, an operating system and any platform out there that you see here on the left hand side. I do recommend checking the link in the video description as well as the pinned comment, because you can take extremely cheap games there, like finding GTA for $10, Batman Arkham Collection for $4, $33 for the Elden Ring, Kingdom Come Deliverance for just $50. Just a reminder, this price on Steam is over $10 higher. So you know, even if you're planning to buy some game, first I recommend checking eneba.com for the link and see if you can get it cheaper. You wanted to buy it anyway and you support the channel. Let's get straight to that beautiful Prussia campaign. With a workshop finished in our capital, I'm getting renovated Berlin, which is gonna give us, until it's getting sieged, monthly splendor and monthly admin power. This is really nice, but also construction costs, dev costs with reduced tax modifier. I really like the admin power thingy. And let's take a look what's the empower the Junkers. Army tradition decay is pretty good because now it's decaying 3.18, and with this little bonus it's gonna decrease to 0.3 a year, so it's pretty massive. It's time we do with Poland. I think this war should be a bit easier, especially that I've invited Austria, Denmark and Venice to help us. There goes co-creation cost. It's especially useful for combination with permaclines, which means this province will be 50% cheaper to core for us. Here's what I'm talking about. All of these provinces for 82 of mana to core. This gives me I can conquer Greater Poland. But I have to lead the development in the Polish region to click it, because I do want the Polish crown bonus later. We will have to dev this province a little bit before clicking, or just wait for the next war with Poland. It's time for a little Western Germany push with all of these co-belligerents, and obviously I'm gonna call in some allies just to make it a free war. Let me show you this art, guys. Hesse, full annexation. And this boys, annexing all of them except this one province here. Some countries will care, but all of these bad boys, they were in the coalition against Burgundian, but they left. But I don't think they'll join mine. I just have to make sure that Italians and France don't join the coalition. There it is, guys. It happened. The Burgundian succession. So obviously Burgundy is right now our personal union partner. We should get us obviously on the first, our rule just died immediately. It gets us on the first place on the great powers list with 926 of score. How about our players map mode now? It's pretty good, but obviously Brandenburg color is not too good. See, since we dismantled the HR, we also made Burgundy much bigger than they would normally be. To make them loyal, how about we enable the, oh my god, their economy is terrible. We enable the loyalists. The problem, they just take over all of the troops of their subjects. I also took over that war, didn't I? Can I just piece this out and give these few provinces to Burgundy? Yeah, just all of this. I don't need anything else. With conquest of West Germany, we get the Westphalian conquest, which is giving me admin power to a ruler. He has 6. So it's gonna give me admin mana. I'm also distributing some dev up across our provinces. Now for this, I'm only missing Köln. Let's just simply declare for it immediately. Let's call in Lübeck, Anhalt, Zlewikk and Anhalt as a co-belligerents. Austria wants to remarriage, but I'm actually gonna decline, because we'll want to kill them sooner than later. At this point, AE really is just a number with our current strength. So I'm gonna start cleaning up borders in Germany. I'm again over gov capacity, even though I stopped stating new states. Let me take more. And as you see, autonomy could be better, but it's just constant war that is doing that to us. And whenever possible, I am decreasing the autonomy. Duchy of Cleves gives me even more perma claims. Updates the Kolońka Federal. Papa influence. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend money to improve it to level 1. Also some death cost. Then Rhineland Conquest. Let's go for it right away. That's AE impact, which I'll not need anymore. Yeah, this is the moment, guys, I break alliance with Austria. We're gonna have some fun soon. GF4 guarantee form is gonna be focused right now on the Cura stuff, but as soon as we go Protestant, the favor gained. Or people that actually can speak English would call it fervor. AE, guys, it's just a number. I mean, with Italians, I improved relations. Hungary, France, don't matter. Southern Italians, don't matter. England, my ally. Ottomans, my ally. Denmark, also my ally. It's just all under control. Look at these borders. Aren't they just perfect? And as a follow-up, I'll also try another ally, Aragon, because they just destroyed their ex-part of Union Castile.
Conquest of Mainz is crucial to finish conquest of rest of Germany. This is because it unlocks me a mission, Rhineland Conquest. That is AE impact. It doesn't really matter at this point, but it's gonna be nice. But it's perma-claims on South and North Germany regions, so I can finish these guys off. Now the crucial moment to just not allow the coalition to actually form is, besides improving relations with nations like Aragon or Venice, we are also aiming on declaring war on nations that we have truce on. So as soon as the truce ended with Trier, I attacked Trier and called in all of the allies as co-belligerent. Next two countries that I will have to focus on is Austria, and truce is about to end. And Poland. Austria will be tricky. I might need to take some time, but we'll see if the coalition will be forming. Since I have plenty of meal points and hitting the points cap, there's no sense to take any technology so much ahead of time. Let's just make sure that we'll be developing our provinces to increase our manpower base. Since I got trade efficiency and inflation reduction advisors, I can take radical reforms, which is 400 power points. And also in the meantime, I just hit 1000 development, which means I can become an empire. Really needed for our gov capacity. And so I'm gonna half state a few of this as a follow-up. Not fully state yet, but sooner than later I'll be fully stating everything. Oh, you have to definitely fully state Eger, as it's a gold mine. To earn a bit of money from it. In these perfect borders for 1500, I'm not stopping here because it's time to declare war on Austria for the conquest of Prague. To fix borders here, but also for a specific mission that I'm gonna show you after that war. No guys, I got excommunicated by the Pope. What I can do now? You know what? I will take a loan. And just buy indulgence. Like, who cares about excommunication when you can throw money at the Pope? Just look, mouth tick, no excommunication. Just this for now from Austria. And as told you, there's a mission German Confederation, which gives me more capacity, but also admin efficiency until the end of the game. So, one of the midterm goals for the mid campaign is gonna be taking Alhambra, taking Malta, and becoming a military hegemon to stack all of these modifiers. I also promised you to play tall and develop a lot. And why you see it's not deving for free, with Armada generation it's a really good source of increasing our resources, especially manpower. Oh boy, Denmark called us into the war with Poland that was about to attack.
That's why, you know what, in long term I'll probably attack Denmark anyway, so we can just go ahead and decline that call to arms and leave them by. Oh, like that agenda. Since our inflation is over 10%, I get an agenda to decrease it to 5% in exchange for really cool modifiers, including trade efficiency, inflation reduction, as well as autonomy reduction. So let me go ahead and take a burgers privilege that is of huge help for this, which is the bookkeeping, and this is reducing the inflation cost depending on their loyalty. And you see at this current cost, I pay only 40 to reduce the inflation out of the basic 75 cost. It's time to clear the borders with Poland. Prussia mission doesn't give me any CB on these lands? Unification with Berlin. Okay, there's some cool bonuses, but why does it say the capital name of Berlin is named to Berlin? Mainly focusing with borders and the war with Poland. Now we should have enough depth to get the Crown of Poland in the next age. Let me also go and add the Mazovia state to the trade company, so we get our third merchant. I'll follow this up with a trade company improvement. And as you see, yeah, that's just enough. To fully use potential of the terrains that we've conquered, we need to have a much better control of the Baltic Sea, and more importantly, Zlewikk trade nodes. That's why I was more likely to break that alliance with Denmark. And we just need right now to focus on building up our navy. I'm already investing into card houses, which is gonna be crucial, especially if you want to form Prussia. It's also my final push in the southern Germany, plus shortening my truce with Austria, so I don't have to wait 15 years. My new ruler is on the throne, which, as you see, is pretty goddamn good, but the heir and queen are terrible. Wait. Oh, this is a queen! That means that it's prince consort. Well, I'll anyway keep disinheriting until I find a decent heir. Coalition started forming, France to be exact, which means it's time to declare on Denmark and get France into that war as well. I just have to go ahead and cancel royal marriage first. Oh boy, France has 5.5 morale. They still have the last justing tournament. God damn, that's gonna be interesting core. Colonialism is around, and you see my ally Aragon already has it, and it's one of my favorite features, which is like 2 patches ago from now that was introduced. Let me ask them for the knowledge sharing. I just decided the best strategy for this France is just overstack so they don't attack me, use the 5 siege general and get their capital as well as some forts just to get them out of this war ASAP. Unfortunately guys, Ottomans just rivaled me, which obviously just broke our alliance. That might be a problem in the terms of the coalition. From Denmark I'm taking all of the crucial trade centers, not bad borders, and Riga itself will be added to the trade company. Of Thaler, Groschen and Pfennig. I have a choice between gov capacity, money and mercantilism, or money, inflation, construction cost and time, or I can spend some money to get mana, trade efficiency and provincial trade power. Honestly, we gotta scale a special card houses, so I'll go with the construction cost. Just look at this beautiful borders that you're about to achieve. I love it. I was just missing these few perma claims on the south to make it perfect. It's also time to move my main node to Zlewikk. Then I can stay these provinces up north and improve the trade centers. So instead of 42% of the trade power, I'm at goddamn 65%. Obviously fixing all of it will take time, but I was at 21 of trade income, now it's 48. Flagship will definitely help us boost that. Let me just make sure to take the trade power per ship. Looking at my trade setup, I definitely need a merchant at Krakow because everything is being stolen now. So I'm gonna send a merchant from Zlewikk here. That's a small bonus, but with this kind of small steps we will keep scaling our total economy. Just the problem is Vienna. See how much is being stolen from it, even though I have a lot of provinces here. So with additional merchant here, instead of 48 ducats, that's a really decent increase up to 55. Stacking admin tech cost modifiers to get it as cheap as possible, going to for tech 10. But you see I'm also filling admin ideas for even more tech cost and gov capacity, which looks really good with this admin ideas filled. with that amount of the lands being stated. Truce with France ended, I have to attack on them immediately to avoid them joining the coalition that already formed around us. That's a really good air that we've got. And France this time around, it's not as scary as it was for the first time. Reform Desire needs to hit 100 for the Protestant to spawn, so we're still not there. Are there any fans of carpet siege here? With Hans on Portugal, we did get the cost of admin tech to 290, so let me just go and take it. We don't need to conquer anything from France. That's why I'll focus on releasing big nations out of them, which would be making them simply weaker. And there goes tech 10, which unlocks me the third idea group that is gonna be, you know what, let's take offensive right now. Tier 5 guarantee form. We'll go with the roleplay, so General War Commissariat, that is yearly army tradition, Miltech cost, and once I'm from Prussia, militarization. At this point of the campaign, I don't really need that espionage ideas anymore. I mean, siege ability is great, but I don't really need the rest of the modifiers, especially the AE impact. That's why I'm gonna cancel my espionage ideas and change it into Diplo for the Promise War Score cost, mostly the Promise War Score cost. The other modifiers are nice, especially more diplomats. But Promise War Score cost is the key modifier in these ideas. I have some discounts, but obviously it will take time to fill this. Yes, I do have some manufacturers coming in. How do you know? I got excommunicated. Again. Didn't I? It's so... I got excommunicated. It ended like before. It got cancelled immediately. It's before I bought indulgences, but that was years ago, and saying just, I don't know, guys. I see we are still missing 10 reform desire to have a chance for the Protestant event. I expanded a little bit too fast. But anyway, with whole Germany stated, is we have 221 of income, 164 force limit, and 175,000 maximum power. I also keep building up armies to make sure that the coalition dissolves, but yeah. It's gonna take some time, I'm not worried. Oh, it was just literally a minute. A minute after I said that the coalition started dissolving. That's why I decided to just take some time to scale. State the country, build up the army, build up the economy, and to make these guys scared of us. I still don't want to kill all of them because we need more reform desire, but I will be declaring wars to conquer some lands but not annihilate a country. Oh, I was also waiting for this event for a while, thinking it has like 200 months me time to happen when you are at peace. So that's why it took us some time to get it. We are inheriting Burgundy. I think that's gonna fuck up our GAF capacity, but look at these borders. Look at these borders. It's like Bismarck's wet dream. How much it's not that bad actually. It's not that bad, and I can invest into card houses to fix it. Let me go and finish off Denmark. And Geller at the same time? Why not? Now from Geller, my friends, I will release Utrecht and Friesland, but I'll make these two guys one province minors. To take Groningen and Utrecht for myself, and these three nations will become will stay independent. So this way, just take also money. This way we might get more reform progress. We'll make Catholics great again. Denmark will release Dithmarschen for a time being. I will take all of these terrains, and they also release Iceland. Obviously this kind of peace deals cost me Diplo points, which hurts. I'm still feeling Diplo ideas. But what do you do for the Catholic faith? Not that I got a big chunk of English channel. Plus I finished most of the manufacturers. You see we are already at 270 of income. It's time to make Italy Catholic again. That's why I'm gonna declare Milan. I'll just need first a claim, which is about to be created. I'm gonna pay so many Diplo points for that war. But this is gonna be a war against Milan with Tuscany called in as a co-belligerent. Trent maybe not. How about Naples? Just let's make it Tuscany, and let's get Venice into that war as well. Tuscany, how about your list Corsica and Pisa? I don't need anything from Naples, maybe except breaking your alliance with Hungary. Finally Milan, you release Mantua, Montferrat and Parma. You know what's the best part of these peace deals? I'm automatically guaranteeing these guys independence without taking the Ploslets. So I'm keeping them alive, same as I'm doing with the guys I released from France. So this can only increase now. It's also time to improve some monuments. So how about we sell titles? This is land, keep it on 20. That's 8,000 ducats to spend. I'm gonna repay all of my loans and retake them of a bigger size. That's 10,000 ducats to spend. So I can choose one monument to get on level 3 with this. Well, Brandenburg Gate is first of all roleplay, second of all militarization once I get Prussia, and third of all max effect of absolutism in 100 years. So let me go and start improving it. I can spend some manpower to speed it up, improve it again, and spend some money to speed it up again. And soon we'll be improving it to level 3. Austria. You look like someone that wants to release a country or two from yourself. It's a junior partner of Hungary. Never mind. I'll deal with them when I'll be dealing with France. When is the France truce ending? Ooh, that's 6 years. Okay, yeah, there's no rush. Russia formed before Protestant Reformation happened. Oh no, Ottomans are getting stronger in the meantime, but still weaker than us. I looked weapons manufacturers, so I can build some of these manufacturers on silk and iron. But next step is to start saving money for state houses. And since I can simply afford it, I'm gonna already take admin tech 12, which is innovativeness, more gov capacity and state houses, which I plan to use to fix my gov capacity before forming Prussia, which is any day now with 99% of the reform desire. And just a reminder of the amount of the construction cost that I'm having. This is pretty cheap, just 300 points per each. To speed this up, I'm about to sell titles. I think it wasn't that bad for us that we are postponing forming Prussia a lot, because Brandenburg has construction costs and ideas, which I used to, let me show you, build all of these card houses, all these workshops, all these churches, all of these manufactories, all of these barracks, and some other buildings like marketplaces, not regimental camps, and now state houses. So the reform desire is there. We need at least 100% for the event. Now just wait for the RNG. I think that's enough of state houses to make my gov capacity stable, even while Prussia. That's why I'm gonna already start investing into regimental camps, because we do want a much bigger army. And there goes the last deployed year, so we are not even that much behind. It's not bad timing, considering we cancelled the whole idea group. But yeah, remember, we are at almost 1200 before the state houses, and some of the first state houses are coming in, so be observing how quickly this is dropping. And I would like it to drop to like 800 gov capacity once all of the buildings are done. I think this is totally doable. Just look, it's already 1000. Prince died. Okay, it's fine. Let's keep observing. 1900. I think 800 is totally in our reach, or even, yeah, I think even less than 800. We can get it to 700. 829. 721. That's how strong the state houses are. 682. We don't care about forming Prussia. It's gonna be totally fine for us. There it is, the Protestant Reformation in Montferrat. What's this? How about we go ahead immediately and switch the region to Protestant? That's a bit of money. Obviously, all the prestige lost, and we can enact tier 4 country form again to get the church power. The center of religion appeared in Cleese, which is not bad, could be a bit more middle of the country. Now, rules females, I cannot become defender of faith. I guess it's fine. Let's just convert manually, starting with provinces with the highest unity impact. And let me take some decisions to increase tolerance of the heretics, but also missionary strength. without impacting tolerance of heretics. I want to keep it as good as possible for the religious unity. And, my friends, we can go ahead and form Kingdom of Prussia. Yes, please. That gives us special government Prussian monarchy, that is national unrest, monthly war exhaustion, monthly autonomy change, max absolutism, modern middle skill. It's also obviously a government mechanic here. It's early Prussian militarization, so at max I'm getting 10% manpower cover speed, 20% land maintenance, and 5% discipline. It is increasing a bit by default already. My max gov capacity obviously dropped a lot, but we are still within the limit. With all of this stated, I'll keep building more state houses to make it even more stable, especially that we got money. And our new national ideas is yearly army tradition, AE impact, discipline, stab cost, tolerance to the true faith, yearly army tradition decay, moral of armies 20%, 20% infantry accountability, national manpower and recruitment time, death cost, and tolerance of heretics. So this is pretty good. So let me invest that money from changing religion. Oh yeah, we've lost the construction cost obviously, but let me invest that into a few more state houses to make it even more stable. As you see, we have the Dutch revolt loading, and I think it's totally fine because it's time to move our capital to the English Channel anyway to earn more money. So I can do that. I can move the capital to Den Haag. We've got Admibana for this. I think I also want to get my professions to 50. So I can click mission, professional army. I thought that's gonna give me more. That's really useless, honestly. I think it's just activated the bonus here. We do also have some new missions since we formed Prussia. Let's take a look. Edict of Potsdam. Now we need reformed, enabled. Reform the state, just 2 more guarantee reforms. Armed reforms, we need a discipline advisor. Just take a look. With discipline advisor, and all of this required, we can take the Great Prussian military reform, which is upgrading the early Prussian militarization to Prussian militarization in 1542. And that's also more midpoints, army professionalism, army tradition. This is already 57%. And now this at max is gonna give me 10% discipline. Like pretty much all of these modifiers are doubled. Let me also increase this a bit manually. So, please do that. We'll be having enough militarization just to keep it at stable levels. See, right now we're getting 0.01. So that's what I can actually pretty much right now afford without losing militarization, which is additional 5% discipline and manpower recovery speed, which is at 3,000 a month already. Okay guys, you know what? I will fix the borders in the next video because Aragon's different of faith, so they will protect all of these guys. It's fine. We'll clear these borders. I think that's a pretty good country with almost 300 of income, 255 force limit, 250,000 maximum power. There's no issues with capacity, even though we stated all of these provinces. So yes, if you do enjoy this series so far and want me to continue to form Germany and unite whole Europe, let me know by liking this video and of course subscribe to the channel to get notified about that next part. Bye!